Star Wars Battlefront 2 is continuing to blow up today, with gains of over 160% peak players in the past year. Now the community is starting to question, will this be enough to get a Star Wars Battlefront 3? With people claiming that we must be loud in order to save Battlefront. A Change.org petition was developed yesterday and already has 300 verified signatures asking EA to develop Battlefront 3. Can this momentum be carried on? Let's find out. Look at that, boys, in the chat already. Thank you for keeping this amazing game alive. Yeah, that's right. We're in Walker Assault here, and the first game I get into of the day, people are already just super appreciative for the players returning to this game. That is incredible, but I think the main thing we want to talk about in today's video is the actual likelihood of Star Wars Battlefront 3 coming to fruition. And genuinely, I believe that the chances are fairly high, and I do have some facts to actually go ahead and support that claim. Now, it is not hard and fast that it is going to happen, but I do think that the recent player push currently is assisting quite a bit. So all of those naysayers out there stating that this is not helping in the slightest, I think are completely wrong. I think people just like to be negative, to be completely honest with you. However, I don't think that necessarily it's going to be happening overnight or that it's going to be happening, you know, in a matter of this year. That's another thing. You have a balance between people both saying, hey, this is going to be happening 100% end of the year, let's go, player surge, player empowerment, all that stuff, and then you have the people who are like, this is fruitless, this isn't going to work in the slightest, this is all just stupid. And I think the truth lies somewhere in between, if we're being completely honest here. Now, the real key thing is Star Wars Battlefront 3 worked on at all at this point? Has any progress been made on that game, and will that ease things up on the creation of Star Wars Battlefront 3 eventually? And I think yes. I do believe that Star Wars Battlefront 3 has been worked on. In the past, some developers have made comments on Star Wars Battlefront 3 being a thing. Now, they are obviously restricted by NDA, and these are just kind of random Reddit comments that pop up from verified developers, and then tends to be nothing really comes of it. Mainly because Battlefront 3 was shelved all that time ago. Battlefront 2 started getting a crazy amount of updates a couple of years ago, and the player base absolutely adored this, and it did have a huge resurgence in Battlefront 2 players overall. However, after that initial update surge, the game has kind of gone quiet again, and it's been a few years since we've actually seen any updates, and we know for a fact that the studio is not currently working on Battlefront 2 updates, nor Battlefront 3. However, it was often sort of guessed that Star Wars Battlefront 2 was getting all of these updates in a row, and then it would sort of lead into Battlefront 3 being announced, and we'd get a couple years break in Battlefront 2 updates, and then Battlefront 3 would eventually come out to replace that, and the cycle would start all over again. Now, this, of course, didn't happen, but that's the going theory between fans, is that, yes, Battlefront 3 was worked on, at least the planning stage or the ideas stage, and a lot of people were saying that a lot of the Battlefront 3 that we would have seen would have been an homage to the OG Battlefront 3 that was semi-developed and worked on and eventually scrapped, meaning that there would have been cross-space battle and ground battle fighting, so you could go up and board a Venator while fighting on the ground simultaneously was occurring. So that would have been awesome, and a lot of guessing had to do with that making a resurgence in the modern Battlefront 3 that would have eventually come. That's Darth Daddy. I need to get the heck away from here. Oh, geez. So, a lot of people have predicted, especially on Reddit is where you'll see the main line of these predictions, that those planning stages were actively happening for Battlefront 3, and a marketing strategy alongside Battlefront 2 updates was happening actively. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Obviously, none of that happened at the end of the day, which absolutely sucks. Absolutely brutal. But that being said, those plans likely still exist. And we do have verified developers coming out who have left the studio now to work on other projects, because obviously Battlefront 2, never really went anywhere after those updates, so they needed to find new work. But they've gone on Reddit and are active as of a few days ago, saying that they would gladly return to working on Star Wars Battlefront 3. Which means that a lot of the original crew that made Battlefront 2 so great could make a return to EA and start working on Battlefront 3 at the drop of a hat if that's the direction they wanted to go. Now, is that likely to happen? I don't know. Like I was saying, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is 100% guaranteed now. Look at all this resurgence. They are, hyping up this whole thing to be a huge deal, and that it's almost guaranteed. They are seeing the money signs now as people continue to play. I don't think that's likely. I think what actually is happening is that players are probably making a decent amount of noise. This is such a stark increase in the number of players playing the Battlefront series as a whole that I bet you EA is seeing that and going, huh, you know what? Maybe there is some serious interest in all of this. Not to mention, Andor is reigniting a lot of people's interest in Star Wars as well, which is absolutely huge because Star Wars was solidly dead for a number of years there, not just in terms of the games coming out, but also in terms of the TV shows just really being a lot of slop and not interesting a lot of people in the slightest. There were a lot of failed TV shows and a lot of just sort of churn and burn going on in Lucasfilms, where people were working to the bone to get the 10th Star Wars show done, and none of it was really resonating with the fans, save for the odd show here and there, like Andor. So, with this resurgence in Star Wars popularity overall, as well as the possibility of this continuing to go on in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I mean, it's now been a couple of weeks. More and more YouTubers who used to be Star Wars YouTubers are returning to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 again and make new videos, as well as others, just general YouTubers in the FPS community coming out and doing some Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay out of the blue, out of nowhere. All of this hype could be resulting in some form of Star Wars Battlefront 3 studio development being reignited. But again, it's unlikely it happens at the end of the year. I doubt we even get any kind of announcement at the end of the year. I think what is more likely is EA is seeing this activity, seeing this surge in player empowerment, seeing this surge in players advocating for Star Wars Battlefront 3 to finally come true, and I bet they're having board meetings about it. I bet you there are pitches going on right now to reignite Star Wars Battlefront 3, maybe take over from where they left off on the development, whatever stage that was at, and from there, they will likely, because of all of this hype, and that Star Wars Battlefront is a tried and true IP that has definitely profited on every single iteration that has come out for it, save maybe like the PSP and DS games. I'm not totally sure about those ones, but I'm positive that they are seriously considering starting to launch a brand new series of this game with Battlefront 3, or hopefully not this, but reigniting with Star Wars Battlefront all over again. It has been since 2017, since the last Star Wars Battlefront game came out, which could lead to the potential of Star Wars Battlefront getting a whole remake already, because EA loves to do that, and it's easier to sell Star Wars Battlefront, period, than Star Wars Battlefront 3, a prequel, same way they did with things like God of War and other things, although I know that's not EA. Alright, this portion of the hangar bay defense is always a little bit of a toughie. Oh my god, that grenade just barely hit the top of that. Rolling out of there. Okay. Big sads, big sads. It's alright, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and toss one of these down right here. We might have to go to our secondary pretty quickly here, but I'm not totally sure. So yeah, all in all, I do think all of the evidence of developers coming out recently saying they would love to work on Battlefront 3, I think all of the player resurgences could lead to maybe an announcement next year of, hey, Star Wars Battlefront 3 or some type of Star Wars Battlefront game might be coming out. And I am actually genuinely hopeful of that. I'm always pretty cautious on stuff, if you've been watching my channel for a while. Been fairly negative about all of this coming out and, you know, Star Wars Battlefront 3 actually happening. Never really thought it would happen, but I think all of these things acting together could result in us finally seeing Battlefront 3 happen. I think that the cards are there, and it could potentially, finally, come to fruition for us. Again, slim chances it happens really, really quickly, but I do think it could potentially happen at some point here. Now, what do I actually want to see from Star Wars Battlefront 3? Was that a hacker? It felt like his shots just never missed me. Okay, I don't know if it was a hacker, but that felt a little sus. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Either way, what I would like to see from a potential Star Wars Battlefront 3 is honestly exactly what most people want to see. The space-to-ground combat all in the same match, and not sort of a sloppily put together where you have to, you know, wait behind a loading screen and stuff like that. I'd love to see the studio putting real resources into that, making it so you could flawlessly, seamlessly go from space to ground combat and get squads together to go up and down from, oh god, space combat to ground combat and vice versa, do shipboardings, all that stuff very seamlessly. If they could accomplish that, which I genuinely think that technology has come that far. I mean, they did manage to do it back in the day in 2007 or whatever it was in that iteration of Star Wars Battlefront 3. It definitely is possible nowadays to do that, and I think that would make for the best chance at Star Wars Battlefront 3 being a fully fledged success that people are interested in continuing to come back to and get into updates for. And I'd also be pro live service updates. You know, as long as the base game that you're paying for is a full-scale game that, you know, you don't feel cheaped out of, which is how I felt with the original Star Wars Battlefront. As long as the game is all there, it's playable day one, and it's got enough content that you get to play, then I think doing live service a year or two later where you get constant updates, new maps, new characters, etc., that would be perfect for me. I would love that. Now, beyond all of that and the way the game actually plays in terms of the game modes, the way I love to see the class system work is more akin to Battlefield. I've always liked Battlefront 2's way of doing specialty equipment. I think that's very cool, and especially the abilities and things like that. I think if you took that, but then, bro, this droid's going nuts, bro. I think if you took that stuff, but then added on an extra layer of the class system from Battlefield, I think that would be incredible. What I'm talking about is adding specific weapons to your primary. Have you select particular primary weapons. I know you can do that now, but there's only 4 options. And make it so you can select the accessories, things like that, and then let you select a secondary weapon, and then select your specialty weapon, aka, you know, flash grenades or stun grenades, that kind of stuff, and then let you select your grenade. really make it so much more like Battlefield than Battlefront, because I've always thought that would be the coolest way of doing it. I truly think bringing that into the Battlefront would only be a net positive. I know some people are like, oh, well, what makes Battlefront is the class system and stuff like that. Look at this. These guys are trying to flank, but they don't even check, bro. They don't even check. My God. Okay, there are snipers up here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, nasty. Nasty. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes, sir. But yeah, I think that bringing that to this would be fantastic. And I think you could still easily do specialty classes and hero units and stuff like that without it ruining the game or anything along those lines. I think it would work flawlessly. Please step on that mine. Oh, man. Just hug the right wall. No! No one hugged the right wall. God dang it. Let's go with the rocket droid. I'm always a fan of the rocket droid, boys. Yeah, this map is always so geared towards the clones. It's brutal, man. I feel like the clones win most of the time on Kamino, and it's just a bit of a struggle bus for the droids to get an upper hand going there. All right, our boys are dying. Let's get out here. Oh, God. No! I'm such a dunce! So, yeah, the big thing I want to ask you guys is, what are you looking forward to? Do you think Battlefront 3 could actually happen? What do you think it would look like if it does? I think it would be such a missed opportunity by EA to not capitalize on this hype right now and, you know, maybe release some sort of just announcement, you know, go the Elder Scrolls way and release release a splash screen 7 years before the game comes out, just so fans have an inkling. Obviously, I wouldn't actually want that to happen, but I do think that they should give us something. I think it would be so stupid for them not to produce some sort of a product off of this hype. I mean, EA is truly the quintessential money-hungry game studio. That's kind of what they've become known for. And I think that if we can show them that we're willing to put in the hours to Battlefront, and that's exactly what people are doing now, staying consistent at 6,000 players, peak players every day for the past few weeks, that's impressive for such an old game and a game that had previously died. I mean, that shows that there is still staying power for this franchise, for Star Wars as an IP, and that they should put more money into it because we are willing to reward them for doing so. It's as simple as that, bro. So, yeah, that's really what I think. If you guys want to go on the Reddit and sign the petition, I think those petitions always do nothing. I think that they are baloney. I don't think they really matter that much. But at the very least, it feels like you're proactive in doing something, and making these videos lately has been, oh my God, I'm so bad, has been so nostalgic for me to return to Battlefront 2, and it's crazy that I'm saying that Battlefront 2 is feeling like a nostalgic game right now, because this game really isn't that old in the grand scheme of things, and it still looks and plays like a modern game, but yeah, I feel nostalgic going back and playing these. And I really, really want to keep on doing videos on Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the following days and weeks, and really try and lend my support because, you know, whereas I am certainly a smaller Star Wars YouTuber and, you know, have geared my content a bit more towards battle simulator variety games, Star Wars is always going to be the root of my channel. At the end of the day, I will always be returning to Star Wars and playing more of it on this channel. So, yeah, you know, I'd like to strike while the iron's hot, lend my small voice to the hype for Star Wars Battlefront 3 / the resurgence of 2, and just keep her going. God dang it, Commando! You know what? We're going Commando ourselves. We cannot break out of this, bro. This is how it happens on Kamino, man. The freaking clones take the middle section, and then we start absolutely losing it. Alright, let's go with that. Let's just shoot this guy in the butt. Hold on. Nice, perfect. That's Chewie. I thought it was just a regular Wookiee, but no. Oh, we're getting cooked. Hey, give me the rocket droid. Dude, Kamino is so poorly balanced for this. Alright. Let's make it happen, boys. Hold on. Nuke! 1 player damage? That's all I did. This is going to be dangerous because there are a lot of snipers over there. Holy cow. Hey, yo. You just murdered Space Jesus? That's not good, bro. Roll on out here. Why am I targeting the bots? That is Chewie. No! How do I... Dude, I used to be so fresh with the rocket troopers. I'm so butt now. I'm terrible. Alright, we're spawning on D. We're getting to those platforms. We're gonna snipe the snipers to try and give our boys a little bit more of a chance to get through to the middle point. Alright, so... Are these guys all gone? Oh, there's 1 or 2 way back there. Ow. Please don't shoot me. You have to crouch behind these pillars in order to avoid getting shot. Hold on, we're almost back to health. Where are these guys at? We are losing. Let's not do that. So true, bro. Oh, I think he's down that way. Bro, we're getting cooked. They're coming up here now. Oh, Shimmy Hendrix! Wait, how did he get up there? I didn't know there was a top platform up there. Brother, what? Whoa there. Hello. Let's go for these guys. Oh, good stuff. Oh, no! Hey, buddy. Okay. Hello. Oh, god dang it. Dying to a shiny sniper. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Use that droidica shield. That is a commando. Ugh. Okay. Yo! We got a command post. We captured A? Oh, that's crazy. Alright, we should capitalize on that and go for C because holding A is going to be way more difficult than C, so... Oh my god, I'm so... But! Holy cow, how could I be so... booty? How am I so booty? Bruh! Alright, spawning on A. Ayo? Clone Commandos are superior to droid ones in my opinion. Hold on, they're running, that's good. Hold on. Oh, come on! I'm so bad. Okay, yep, we lost our Kamino cloning point. And, now we're losing A, but we took... Okay, we're just doing a whole, like, reset of the map. We're going all over the place right now. Alright, I'm gonna lend my prowess, if you could call it that. Alright, hold on. They run in packs here. There we go. Hold up. Bro! Okay. Alright. I see how it is. Let's go assault. We need to... Okay, we captured C. Good. With pretty much no help from me, I would say. Alright. Let's go ahead and pop that over there so we can see the snipers. Hello, Anakin. That could be a disaster, but we got most of our players up here right now, so if there's any time we could kill him, it'd be right about now. Alright, there's fighting over that way. Hey! Oh, it's a bot kill. Whatever, that's fine. That's Yoda. Yoda versus Maul? Bruh. Oh, God. That's a lot of clones. Hold on, let me get down. Good. I want to get close with this gun. Oop, nope. Swapping it out. A lot of bots tend to chill inside A and E. So you got to be careful of that, but we're going to capture this, which is nice. Making the smallest of comebacks. No! My grenade just out of time there. It's a bot. Ugh, cringe. Cringe. Alright, wow, the entire team's here. And we didn't defend C in the slightest. I'm guessing Anakin's dead. Hold on. Shell Obi, make it a little easier for Maul there. Alright, Maul's down. Keep hitting Obi. Drain his deflect ability. I screwed that up. We're good. Nice. What? How are you in there? Alright, well, he's dead. Nothing a good old-fashioned thermal won't fix. Oh my god. He regened almost all of his health instantly. Yikes! Let's go back to Specialist. Now we need to defend C. And the biggest threat tends to be snipers to this point. So if we can counter-snipe, that'd be good. Is Obi-Wan still up here? Yeah. Oh no, that's Anakin. Alright, he died. Beautiful. There's one. I love the sniping in Battlefront 2. It is god tier. It's so fun. That's a jet trooper. There we go. Obi-Wan's over there again. Not the very nice. Alright, we're still running a fat deficit now because they're just capturing what we had before, which makes it so sad, bro. But I think playing defense on C is the best idea because we've got that roaming pack of droids that like to move around. And so they'll abandon C, but if I stay on C, we'll at least buy time for them to come on back over here. All right. There's another boy. Just pop him. These guys are booty at sniping, bro. Oh, hello. Never mind. I'm sorry. No! He had complete advantage on that. I should not have done that. Okay. We're getting ahead again. Let's go! Let's go, fellas. Not too shabby. Hold on. Nope. Whiffing it all of the time. My god. Please no one come this way. I see him. He's waiting for me. Ready? Oh! That's what it's all about, baby. Oh my god, did I get a double headshot on the commando and it didn't kill him? That's so sad. Oh! Extreme luck. Ow. Please stop shooting. No! Alright, we did a very good defense right there. That worked out for us, for sure. Let's get back on C here. Again, Specialist is my bread and butter, so I am trying to play to my strengths as best I can to claw this back from the gutter. Because we certainly were in the gutter there. Oh, God. Hold on. He's one. Go and yeet that out there. Hold on. Let's go around the flank. How did that guy get into the actual LAAT? Because I did not know you could do that. Oh, hello. I can't move, so I need to, yep, get that kill. Nice and quick. Getting burned! Bruh. I'm booty! What was that? I could have gotten so many kills, but I'm booty cheeks. I have absolute booty. God dang. Oh! Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Run away. Ah! God dang. God dang, son. Still not getting any of the hero units. Big sad. Hold on. What? There we go. There's one more. You kill their snipers, and then actually defending the point becomes so much easier. Oh, I hit him. Hit him in the tootsies. Someone else kill him. Someone finish him off, please. Ugh, we have lost all our points again. We were making such a good comeback. And it all was for naught. We had to play so hard. So unbelievably hard. Okay. Let's head out here. Oh, wait. Nope, those are allies. Good. Okay, they're probably pretty far up here now, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Hold on. I see you. Got him. Right in the jugular. Beautiful. Okay. We done good, son. Oh my god. I'm booty. He's juking me. He's juking me hard. That's Chewie. I think. Or it's just a Wookiee. Hard to tell. There's a commando. Ah! Go away. They're getting them snipes in, boys. Yeah, they're coming up that bridge there. How you doing? Ugh. Okay. Master Kenobi out here. Ow. Ugh. Get that. Latch that on there. Nice. Okay. Gotta kill these stupid butt heads. Oh! God dang, son. Darth Maul. I'll play as Darth Maul. I'm terrible as saber units, by the way. I mean, most of you guys probably know that if you've watched my videos. I am just not good at saber units at all. But the only way to get better is practice. And it seems like we're going to lose this anyway. So, might as well use him before the ship battle. And it really matters. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, God. Ugh. Ugh. Hold on. Let's regen a little bit. How did I miss every swing? What the? Ah! I have enough points to just re-lock in, but no, someone sniped it. That's okay. Let's go on D. Yeah, 91%, so they're going to start their boarding fairly soon. I feel like with this team, we might be capable of stopping them on the ship, maybe? I don't know. Depends how much time they get. So, killing them before they board is going to be muy importante. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was straight goofing. Straight goofing. Yeah, they're at 99%, so it is just about Jover for us. Yep. Transports are coming. Alright, one of them's up here, and I got cooked by that jet trooper. Let's actually go ahead and hop on a rocket trooper real quick here. Very nice. We're gonna try to stop them from getting in here. That was just a bot. I don't think bots can actually board, so. Oh, hello. Yep. There's another guy. Greavy's coming in. Bro. I'm trash. Uh-oh. Got him. Oh. They're all under me. That's the problem. I was like, all I'm seeing is bots. Oh. Brother. I gave up the high ground. Kenobi. I'm so sorry. I killed you, but you're not proud, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. What did they get? Like a minute of extra time? I didn't even check. Didn't even check. Not very nice. Not very good. It is what it is. Alright, we're top of the game. Heck yeah. Well, on our team. Top on our team. At least there's that. Alright. Now this is where the real action comes into play. Oh, god dang it. Should have probably stopped monologuing. And picked a Bosk. I love playing Bosk. Bosk is really fun. Alright. This first part, much harder to hold than the second part. So, we want to get to these middle sections first before they start coming around here. Because they'll get snipers around that way. They're over there mainly. They're already taking the objective? What? Okay. Here we go. Beautiful. I hate the fire rate on the commando gun. Super bad. Alright, this is a pretty good officer. Knows how to play. Actually plays the support role. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, hold on. Yes, sir! There we go. Kill that commando. There's the snipers. Yep. This is a great point for snipers, honestly. Well, for the enemy team. For our team, not so much. Alright, let's get in on this bot. Oh, come on. Alright, they're in combat. Let's just roll. Let's go! Alright. We're losing B. Kenobi is spawning in, which is a little spoopy. Pop that. Alright, there's Yoda. Let's go. Sacrifice. Okay, we got a couple good hits on him. Yes! Good stuff, Grievous! Alright, look at all these snipers out here. Okay. I know as a commando you can tank one headshot. So you're semi-okay to peek them for a little bit, you know? For just a touch. For just a touch. Okay. Oh, hello. Nice. Why did a clone voice line come in? Did you guys hear that? They just went, the Seppies have begun to take the objective. Did I hear them talking, or was that an audio glitch? That's odd. Huh. Alright, let's pop in here. They're, like, all over here, so get the nuke ready. And nuke them! That hit no one. I can't believe that. Okay. There's a jet trooper over there. Oh, jeez. What up, Anakin? I'm just gonna maximum damage him. That's Chewie. Oh, come on. Peace off. Just get me out of here for a second, okay? Good. Very nice. We got our rocket back. Hello. Trying to hide. Trying to hide. That's cute. Oh god, 2 hero units over here. Flanking our droidicas. Alright. We dip out of here again, because they'll just shred us. Well, Chewie will. Okay. I hear someone on the other side. I think a jet trooper just landed on the opposite side of this. Okay, nice. There he is. Oh my god. I didn't hit a single shot. I'm trash. They call me the trash man. There we go, he did. Kill that guy before he uses his rocket. Nice. Flip around to the back here. I do see Chewie over there, but this commando's almost dead. There we go. Nice! Finally got the kill on Chewie. That's what I'm talking about. Ow. Please stop. They must be getting so mad at me. I know I would be. They're also really not doing much about that spot, so kind of deserved, question mark? They're all up there. There's a lot of them. I'm trying to flank that side too. They're stacking over here big. There is a trooper on the opposite side of this. Hold on. Kill that commando. Nice. Ah! Nice. Hold on. Eat that at the ARC trooper. Oh, God. Nice. Whew. Nah, they finally caught on. Alright, we're at 102 limbs. It's pretty good. Alright. Spawn. No! They took it. Okay, sad. Oh, that was such a good defense, dude. I haven't had that good of a defense in that spot in a really long time. Well, I haven't played this game a lot in a really long time. By the way, guys, I do apologize about last night's stream. I scheduled a stream. I even announced the stream. I was going to stream, but then my cat actually has he has heart failure, and we had to do some stuff with him to make sure he's okay. So we knew he had heart failure, but just he wasn't doing super well last night. So that is why I ended up canceling that stream. I do apologize. I do plan on doing a Battlefront 2 stream at some point soon, because I think that would be really, really fun. But last night, it just was not in the cards, and yeah, he doesn't have like a super long time to live, so I want to, you know, spend a lot of time with him, and when things come up like that, we just like to, you know, be with him instead of going and doing something else. Oh! That's so many! Oh, man! That was so many. I want to go as Droidica. I think that'd be kind of fun to play as right now. I don't play a lot of Droidica, so might be a smidge tough. Let's go with the charged bullets. Gonna just squeak down here. Nice. Uh-oh. Roll on out of here. Okay, good. They can shoot our feet is the problem. Especially that sniper. Alright, we can hit this again. Uh-oh. Nope, that was stupid. That was stupid. Why'd I do that? I pressed shift, which activates that. I did not mean to do that. Let's just go with the standard B2. I almost never play standard B2. I always go for the rocket. But he's got pretty decent abilities too. Nice. Let's go and boost. Nice. Oh no! Hold on. We hit the Nas. Spam a little. Back it on up, because Obi-Wan gonna be coming through. Yep. Shoot him while his back's turned. Keep backing up, because it's better to stay alive and fighting than die up front. Uh-oh. Good stuff, Dooku! Massive play from Dooku right there. Uh-oh. Thermals. Let's go ahead and hit the buff. I forget if that buff goes to allies too, or if it just fortifies me. I honestly don't know. Whew. Alright, we're doing pretty well here. They've only got 1:50 left to hold. Or to attack. Nice. Anakin. Yep. Alright. There she blows. Hate to see it. I might rock that again. Might be going for that one again. Hit the nuke. We got a kill. Spam them out. Should try and do mass damage to all of them to keep them at bay. Hit the buff. Oh god. Oh, I thought that was someone on my flank. Yeah, they're getting shredded out here. Alright, Kenobi's back out here. Let's go down. Try and mess with them from down here. They're all stacked over there for sure. Oh, yo. Nice kill. I got the right if you get the left. Uh-oh. It's just me and Anakin? Anakin is always my undoing, huh? Alright, let's try the old commando droid. I understand I could be equipping cards. I just am lazy. I know for a fact that I have, you know, pretty much all the cards unlocked and stuff like that, but I am ultimately super duper lazy. And that is why I don't do it. I should probably do it one day though, and just go for it. Oh god. Let's go for this guy, because he'll mess us up in the back. Where'd he go? Brother! He juked me! Yep, there is that. So now we go back to Kamino. We should, pretty soon. Yep, there we are. Nice! Good job, boys! Look at that. Top of our team, 124 limbs. Not bad at all. Alright, looks like we are already in the heat of things over here. How are we at B? How on earth? I completely screwed up that recharge. Uh-oh. I tried to solo Kenobi. I got 481 damage on him. That is not bad, actually. Alright, get me in that. Alright, we gotta do better this time, okay, boys? Last time was abysmal. Seems like we're a little bit better now, which is good, but still not great. Alright, so this is contested. I'm gonna try and just kind of... Oh, hello. Stay alive in here. Alright, can I go around this side? Oh, there's more coming in now. Okay. I'll stay around here. Here are our boys. Good. Okay. I'm just... If Anakin doesn't want to tango with me, I don't particularly want to tango with him. So he can... Peace right off. Alright, there's 2 commandos out there. Hold on. Come on. Oh, that was trash. Wait, he might hit my... Yay, he hit my thing. Didn't really do anything, but that's okay. We're in one of those long Supremacy games, boys. One of them long ones. Absolutely insane. These can last literally indefinitely, right? Or did they ever cap it? I know at a time... They might have capped it? I can't remember. At a time, these could be literally indefinite. Where you could go back and forth forever. They might have changed that, but I do not remember. To be honest with you. I still think it's funny that you can go for an extraordinarily long period of time with these. Like, crazy long. Alright. We gotta push up here a little bit. They got a lot of shield units at the moment, so sniping is not as effective right now. I know there's a jet trooper up there as well, brother. That's an arc trooper. Why did he charge me after I stunned him? That was stupid. No! My thing ran out just as I got up there. I should have paid better attention to that. I want to play as Bosk. Someone give me Bosk. God dang it. Yeah, we're losing all of the points again. It's incredible, actually. 57% already. We're doing even worse than last time. That's so sad. We truly do suck butt. Oh god, Daily. Really? It's a bot. There we go. I'm straight booty cheeks right now, boy. Alright, hold on. They spawn over there. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Alright. Go! I love that laugh. Oh, God. I was not ready for you. Alright, this is running out, so just get rid of it. Missed. Absolutely whiffed it. Ah! Fudge! Oh my! Okay. Who is bogarting all of the god dang hero units? It's cringe. Let's go out this way. Oh, they already got 100%. Maybe that's how they adjusted it. They made it so the second time you take, it's way quicker. That might have been what they did, honestly. I can't quite remember. Ugh, bested on the field of battle. God dang it. This is brutal, man. We did such a great ship defense. Only to get to this point again and get rolled worse than the first time. Like, what happened? I thought we were gonna do better. They're even boarding more people now. They got 2 extra minutes of fight. That's pretty good. And they don't have to do the first portion of the battle again, which is a lot worse for us. What up, boy? Get out of here. I think most have already boarded, especially because they got 210 already. So yeah, probably. Okay, they're boarding over here. I want Bosk, bro. I want to defend as Bosk. And I want to whoop butt, baby. Alright, here we go. Landing in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew! No! They took Bosk first, and that threw me for a loop. Alright, let's go as Rocket Trooper. Maybe we could get to the front lines first. The problem with the second attack on this map is that they kind of blitzkrieg you before you can get into positions. So you want to kind of pick a fast unit to get up front and stall them out quickly. So they're going to be over here, I think, right? No, they're up top. Alright. Yoda. Alright, no one across, right? Yeah, we're good. Oh my god. That is an obscene number of troopers. Hold on. I suck. Alright, let's go Droideka for fun. Yeah, they're already kind of in our space over here. Oh no. Thank God he did not see me. I keep pressing shift on this, and it rolls you up into the ball. Not good. Alright, Maul's helping out. I think Anakin died, so that's good. Let's go with Anakin. Yeah, we're running the flank, baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wicked nice flank. Oh, come on, the shield. Wait. That was my shield. I'm an idiot. But what's new? Ah! Oh my. Yeah, they already killed one of our shields. That's sad. Okay, that's not good. Yeah. We got 2 more, both half health. They're like in there, so we're kind of just falling apart at this point. At this juncture in the battle, our team is not doing so hot. Hold on. Nuke them over there, hopefully. No, we didn't get it, but other people are over there, so they can stop them. Good. Our trooper, good. Kill him. Oh, no. That was bad. At least we did some damage to him. That's good. Alright, let's go again with the heavy super battle droid. The B2's coming in, baby. Alright, taking more damage to one of those. Annie. You can piss right off, brother. Alright, we stopped him. I like phased through this guy. Alright, we Gucci. This do be the big fight. I see lightsabers. Grievous! Help us! Assist us! I knew it. Whenever there's quiet, there's a flank. Oh, it's a big one too. That's not good. Yikes! Alright! Hero units, be out here. Oh, please, 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 please. No! Bro, they were available. But I had to wait. Cringe! Oh my god, that's a lot of enemies. Holy cow. Switch on over here. Oh my god. Wish my rocket was available. Yeah, try doing that again. Sure. Shoot him! Don't let him flank! No! Oh, I got lightninged. Ugh! Max number in play still. I'm going as these guys to get up here quickly. Okay. We almost lost another here. Nice slam doink right there. Good stuff. Hold on. Be brave, my friends. It's a good flank. Yeah, I ruined it. That's fine. Make sure no one's coming this way. Nah, we're good. Okay. Oh no. Oh! Come on. Give it. Oh, 3 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Right as we're about to lose, I get the king. I get the goat. Bosk and Han Solo are my 2 favorite hero units by far. By far. They're so fun. God, that's trash. Hold on. We'll smoke here. And then we'll hit this, because enemies. Yep, just spam them. That's good. That's why we love you, Bosk Daddy. Papa Bosk. Uh-oh. Anakin. Uh-oh. Roll, roll, roll. Okay. Let's kill this real quick. And we lost. They got the kill on it. Oh, we get 2 seconds of Bosk. I got 170 elims. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. Enemy team had a 202 player, so he's going to be top of the game, but wow, I cannot believe how, there I am, how poorly we played. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know if you want more Battlefront content. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.